I was born in Everett, Washington. I was taken away by CPS from my mom when I was 7 years old and got adopted by two people when I was like 8. And I grew up in Centralia for 6 years, and then I went back into foster care when I was like 15, and was basically just on the streets until now, and I'm 23 now. Yeah, I was a missing, exploited person. My picture was up at every Walmart in the United States. Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot. My guess is you have a lot of tough memories.
Yeah.
Within
I don't
that.
remember all of it.
What are some good memories in there? Things that you're proud of, and fun hobbies that you...
I went to San Diego, and I've been to Massachusetts, I've been to Utah, all around since I was 15 till, like, I haven't gone anywhere since I was 18.
Like,
so.
you just travel? How did you travel?
I had people that I knew that I tried to live with and stuff, so that bought me plane tickets.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, those are fun times. I came back out here and I finally met my dad, and I know my mom. Like, I grew up with some of the people I'm with right now. Like, yeah, as a little kid, I've known like all these people since I was like really little. So
you reconnected with them?
Yeah.
When you say your dad, what do you mean? Your biological?
Yeah.
Oh, tell me about that. What was that like?
He just got out of prison. Only ever time I've ever met him was when I was like 4 in visitation, and so I got to go see him like at one of his court hearings before he got released, and it was powerful for me to like, you know, see my dad for the first time in person. You know,
Yeah,
he's been locked up my whole life, so now I see him all the time. But yeah.
And are you guys beginning to have a relationship?
Well, there's a relationship, but it's just a relationship. It's not what I would hope for, but it's something.
Yeah. Well, maybe not yet. I don't know.
Yeah, not yet,
That
right?
time, right. Any hobbies you picked up along the way? Things you like to do that calm you down and you could just sink into?
I had a dog, but I recently lost my dog. I went to jail for the first time, and hopefully I'll be able to get her back. I don't know, but yeah, that was my hobby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, pets and companions are so important.
Yeah.
A lot of people, I don't know if you were out here when you had your pet?
Yeah.
Dog? But it's like people sometimes are like, how could people take care of a dog, blah, 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 when they're unhoused? And it's like, they don't understand the emotional and mental support that an animal gives when you're surviving day to day out here.
Yeah, I first had her when I had my apartment, but then, I mean, I didn't even have to walk her on a leash. Like, she followed me everywhere I went, like, and she was very smart, and mostly it was like, and I didn't even train her to do all these things. She just did it on her own, which was crazy.
Nice.
Like, she was just very smart.
What was her name?
Cece.
Cece?
Yeah.
Nice.
She's a really good dog.
Nice.
Yeah.
I want to go back a little bit. What you said that you went with the family in Centralia. Was it a good memory, good family, or overall, or what was that like?
I got adopted by 2 guys. They're 2 males, and at first, it was like a bunch of like promises, and like I didn't really know what I was getting myself into. I was only like 8 years old. I didn't even know how to read yet because my mom never taught me how to read. I didn't learn how to read until I was in 5th grade, and so like I think I didn't really know what was going on, and everything was just being decided like what was best for me, of course, because of how old I was. But I ended up being sexually abused by one of the male figures, and I kept trying to say something to the other dad, and he just kept saying like he would say something, but he never did. And I eventually went to like the school, my middle school, and I said something, and I waited all day for the police and the social services to come out, and they never came out. They sent me home and told my parents what was being said at the school, and the police later showed up that night, and I was scared. I was 12 years old when this happened, so I just said I didn't want to talk to anybody, and they left, and it was really awkward in the house after that. So I went back to school the next day, and I said I just was scared to talk to like anybody, and the social worker came to the school and told me I was lying, and like and kind of just like shut me down. But I still told them, since what I had told them, they still had to do something about it, and they put me with one of the other, not the parent that was doing this stuff to me, but the other parents' parents, and they were allowing them to come see me like when I was at the house with them when they're not supposed to do that, and telling the social worker I didn't want to talk to them, and just making it seem like I was just like not, like I was just not taking it seriously, like I just didn't want to be there because they were strict or something. And so the day of my rape kit, they told them I didn't want to go, and they put us in family counseling, and like it was just like it was bullshit till that whole time. And then finally when I was 15, I just kept running away. And so I figured out I can't keep running away. What am I gonna do? I'm only 15, you know? And thank God one of these cops that came out and took me to the police scene, they put me back into foster care, and I was in group home after group home after group home until I just couldn't take it anymore. And I came out here chasing like my family and stuff, and that didn't work out, so I ended up on like drugs, and and then this is where I am now.
Something caught my ear. You're chasing your family. Tell me more about that.
They at a time that I turned myself in, they gave my mom, my birth mom, another chance, which they like never do. And I went back to her for a little bit, for only 6 days, and I didn't realize that like we didn't have the same relationship we had over the phone as we would have in person. It was too much for her, especially her finding out that like I was sexually abused and stuff. You know, like how am I gonna do anything about this with her? How she was acting. She was a really bad drunk, and she smoked meth, and that was like kind of like what we ended up doing together, you know. And after 6 days, she kicked me out, and we were arguing on the phone, and I left a voicemail to the social worker. And so my sister came and picked me up and took me back to like the CPS center, and my mom had called the next day and was like, "Where's my kid?" And she hadn't remembered anything that happened. So now I just don't talk to her because it's just a whole lot of just bad memories, or just bad times. She's just not, I think she has a lot of guilt, which I don't hold anything against her. Like I just wanted to have like a new relationship.
Yeah, maybe she's not ready for that yet. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you have let's see, your mom and your dad. You met your dad.
I know my grandma and my uncle and my sister, and I don't really talk, but I see my grandma. I go see her every once in a while, but my dad's out of prison now, and so, you know, she's taking on a lot of stress with him, like going there. Is
your dad with her?
He there? Like goes and stays with her, but my great great grandma's like 89 years old, and she's dying right now, and my grandma's having to take care of her, and it was really stressful for her, and it seems like I'm more of a bother when I come around, so I try not to bother her, but you know, they have their own issues, so like I have to try to remember that. But yeah, my dad doesn't really like, I don't know, I'm expecting too much from people that like have mourned me. Like being gone, like, you know, being taken away in foster care, like, I think I'm expecting too much of them because I'm just popping back up into their lives. I don't feel like I can expect the same, like, reaction from them when they've already, like, kind of, like, forgot about me in a way, or
like they process. They're having a hard time grasping this.
Yeah.
And you said that you were on like missing persons.
Yeah, because I was me and a friend from a group home. We ran away with somebody I knew, and she had issues. She was my friend, and I didn't want to leave her out on the streets by herself. And one day when I came back to the hotel, she was gone, and she had told the CPS people that we were being forced to like either like prostitute ourselves or go like steal from a store for money, and he had a gun, which wasn't true at all. He was actually helping us, and so like the FBI came because they take that stuff like really seriously, and I told them that nothing was going on and everything was okay, and so then that's the reason why they put me on missing exploited children, because they thought that I was in some type of sex trafficking thing.
I see, but you weren't.
I mean, not in like I wasn't being forced to, but I did. I later did my own like thing when I was older. You know, like that wasn't how I was like surviving.
Right.
I wasn't into that at all at a young age.
Yeah,
no.
At that time. But later on in life.
Yeah.
Did you have to?
I didn't have to. I just did what I did to survive. I mean, I've had jobs, you know, I've worked before, but I guess just with my drug addiction, it's not easy. And I was in a relationship that I recently just got out of after 6 years, so I don't know, I just did what was more convenient.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, no judgment here at all. Zero.
Yeah.
Zero. Tate, well, let's talk about your current situation. Like, where are you at?
I recently, last summer, I lost my housing. I learned a lesson. I let these people stay with me, and it just made stuff worse, and I ended up losing my housing, and right now I don't really know where I am, and I went to jail recently, so now I'm fighting like 2 cases, and I need to take care of them, but yeah, I almost feel like I'm waiting for it to happen, but I feel like I'm gonna miss out on something. But I don't know. I don't know where I'm at right now.
Tell me more. You're gonna miss out on something, like what?
I don't know what I'm gonna miss out on. I'm just like.
You just have a feeling that.
Yeah.
Like miss out on that housing opportunity, or like what?
Something.
Just
I don't know
something.
what there is out there to help me. I don't know. I'm kind of. After, like, you know, I was in extended foster care after I turned 18, and that's how I had gotten my housing.
Okay.
You know, and I don't know, ever since I lost my apartment, I hadn't reached back out to them for help or anything, so, and I don't know, I haven't reached out to anybody for help, so I don't.
Well, how come? Why not?
Because I don't know where to reach out to. I have reached out to places, but I don't know. So it ended up like not being like what I was expecting, and so I kind of just gave up.
Yeah.
Like.
What? But are you over here sleeping over here?
Yeah.
In the tent, or with the car in the car? Or just.
Sometimes I sleep in the tent. Sometimes I don't, if there's room. Yeah.
I gotcha.
I'm trying to get a tent.
Yeah. How long ago did you lose your housing?
Last summer.
Oh, last summer. So about a little over a year ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
Before that, I had been homeless, so like,
Okay.
I only had my place for 2 years,
I
but
see.
yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
Tate, is there anything that you would want the people of Seattle to know?
That when they're walking by somebody, that it's like we try not to judge and be so hard on everybody. I know not everyone out there and what you see every day is not perfect, but you know, just a smile on your face can make a difference in everyone's day. You know, and that's not nobody's job, but you know, it doesn't hurt to try to do that. It can maybe make a big difference for everything, you know, because more anger or more judgment comes into situations like this, then it can just get worse. So, you know, there's no reason for us to, you know, be mean to each other if there's this positivity from both, you know. Stop throwing stuff at the homeless people that is garbage, and, you know, like, just stop judging homeless people because we're not all the same, you know.
People throwing stuff at you guys?
Yes, hey, we had someone throw their dirty, it was a hand sanitizer box, and it had their dirty, like, baby wipe tissues in it. They threw that at us today. Yeah, I almost hit my aunt over there, yeah.
How do you want to be treated?
I'm sure everybody wants to be treated a certain way. I don't know, sometimes I feel like when I'm walking on the street that, like, I'm like, people almost just don't want to, like, bump into me. Like, I don't know if there's something wrong with me or what, but I don't know. So I just been feeling like that lately. So I don't know, I just want to be treated like I'm normal again.
Yeah. I think, you know, everybody, despite their social status, their economic status, like, we're all people.
Yeah.
And, like, we all are trying to figure this out together, you know, be in Ballard together, be in Seattle together, be in this state together and figure it out, and everyone deserves dignity and respect, and you deserve that.
Yeah.
I deserve that. Everybody does. So I'm sorry that people have not treated you like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
And I hope that will change.
Thank you.
Thanks for sharing your story, and it's good to hear your voice, and appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. I'm gonna grab that little mic from you.